Have you ever felt like, no matter how hard you try, breakthrough keeps slipping through your fingers? Like you pray, you give, you wait, and still the doors stay locked. And late at night, when the house gets quiet and your faith feels thin, you whisper, "God, did you forget me?" Listen to me, chosen one. You haven't been forgotten, you've been followed. Something's been chasing you. But it's not the devil. It's divine wealth. And tonight, it caught up. You've been running from failure, from fear, from yourself. You've carried the memory of disappointments like stones in your pockets. You've smiled for others, while privately fighting panic about bills, about age, about the future. You've wondered if maybe your best years are behind you. But heaven has been watching every sleepless night, every tear you never let fall. Here's the truth no one told you. You weren't running from lack, you were running from abundance. Because somewhere along the way, the church taught you that being holy means being broke, that humility means never having enough. But that was never God's idea. Deuteronomy 8:18 says, "It is the Lord your God who gives you power to create wealth, not so you can boast, but so you can bless." Imagine this. You're running through rain, heart pounding, chased by a light that refuses to give up on you. That light is heaven's provision, trained to find you, waiting for permission to bless you. Every closed door, it wasn't rejection, it was protection. Every delay, refinement, not denial. God was making sure that when the blessing came, it wouldn't destroy you. You thought you were hiding from hardship, but you were hiding from responsibility. You said, "If God blesses me, I'll mess it up." But the truth is, He's already given you the grace to handle what's coming. You're not unqualified. You're chosen. So stop running. Stop doubting. Stop believing that miracles are for someone younger, richer, better. They're for you because you've survived the refining fire. And now, you're ready for the overflow. Right now, I want to say thank you to every single one of you who has supported this message through your prayers, your time, your generosity. When you click Super Thanks, you're not just giving, you're sowing into light. You're helping spread hope to others who feel forgotten in their calling. Whether you give or not, I'm deeply grateful for your presence here. Your attention is a seed, and God sees it. Chosen one, this is your moment. You've been chased long enough. Something ancient, something holy, something divine has found you tonight. And by the end of this message, you'll understand why. If you feel that tug in your spirit right now that's stirring deep in your chest, don't ignore it. Type "I receive" in the comments below. Because this isn't just another video. This is heaven calling your name. The chase is over. Receiving has begun. Have you ever wondered why every time you get close to breakthrough, something pulls it back? Why every promise you prayed for seems to hover close enough to taste, but never close enough to touch? And deep down, when the lights go out and the house goes still, have you ever whispered, "Maybe I just wasn't meant to have more"? You said, "I'm fine with little." You told yourself, "Maybe this is just my cross to bear." But heaven heard what you didn't say. The disappointment behind your prayers, the fatigue behind your faith. You convinced yourself God forgot. But heaven never forgets what it funds. Chosen one, you haven't been cursed. You've been conditioned. You were taught that money corrupts, that abundance makes you proud, that comfort dulls your spirit. So you've lived small, prayed safe, and carried guilt for wanting what God actually promised. But hear me, you were never running from poverty. You were running from responsibility. Because wealth in the hands of the chosen isn't about luxury, it's about legacy. It's about funding what hell tried to silence. Picture this: the bills stacked on your kitchen counter, the retirement that vanished in one cruel downturn, the grown children. You still help when you barely have enough for yourself. You've given until your hands were empty, and called it obedience. But obedience without replenishment isn't holiness. It's exhaustion disguised as faith. God never called you to survive on crumbs when He designed you to distribute bread. Jonah ran from Nineveh because the assignment scared him. You've been like Jonah, not running from wrath, but from abundance, because abundance comes with accountability. It asks questions like, will you steward this? Will you forgive? Will you give again when no one claps? And for years, fear answered for you. But let me show you what the Word says. Proverbs 10:22. The blessing of the Lord brings wealth without painful toil for it. That means it's not your overtime hours that birth abundance, it's your alignment. You thought your struggle was proof God said no, but your struggle was actually proof God was preparing you. He's been refining your character while protecting your calling. You thought you were too old, too late, too tired. But God never retires His promises. Moses was 80 when he led a nation. Sarah was 90 when she laughed her way into a miracle. So don't tell me your season has passed. Your seed is just maturing. Right now, I need you to pause. Take a breath. Because this next truth is the one that breaks chains. You've been asking, God, where's my miracle? And heaven's been answering, I'm waiting for you to stop running from it. If that line hit home, don't scroll, whisper it right now. Lord, I'm done running. End of chapter. That whisper is your turning point. Because the moment you stop running, divine wealth stops chasing and starts resting. And when it rests, everything shifts. Your peace, your provision, your purpose. But first, you need to understand what's been pursuing you all along. You've spent years thinking you were chasing something: stability, peace, enough to survive another month. But what if you were never the hunter at all? What if you were the one being hunted? Chosen one. Listen carefully. You didn't chase money, money chased you. You didn't pursue favor, favor marked you. Every closed door, every denied opportunity, every job that slipped through your fingers wasn't failure. It was heaven rerouting traffic. Because the truth is, divine wealth has been tracking you like a hound trained by heaven itself. Relentless, loyal, patient, waiting for the signal to catch you. And that signal might just be this moment. Proverbs 10:22 says, the blessing of the Lord brings wealth, and He adds no sorrow to it. Notice that no sorrow. That means no burnout, no breakdown, no debt disguised as blessing. It's not the kind of wealth that leaves you anxious or chasing sleep. It's the kind that restores, that flows, that multiplies. But let's be honest. How many times did you see an open door and walk away, thinking you weren't ready? How many times did you call it humility when it was really fear? You said, I don't want too much. But deep down, what you meant was, I don't trust myself to handle it. Pause right there. Because this is where heaven confronts you. The reason you haven't caught it yet isn't because you failed. It's because God wasn't waiting for your perfection. He was waiting for your permission. Say this with me. I give heaven permission to find me. That's faith talking, not fear. That's surrender, not striving. That's you opening the door that's been locked from the inside. Let me tell you something powerful. The blessing chasing you carries the wisdom to manage it. The grace you need is embedded in the gift itself. You won't mess this up because you've been refined, not rejected. The fire didn't destroy you. It taught you how to handle gold. Think back on the years behind you, the times you lost everything, the nights you cried when no one saw. You thought you were being punished, but you were being prepared. You thought heaven was silent, but it was strategizing. Because wealth without wisdom is waste, and you had to learn how to hold it without losing yourself. Let me ask you something honest, chosen one. Have you mistaken struggle for holiness? Have you confused suffering with sanctification? Because somewhere along the line, the lie crept in that poverty equals purity. But the God who dressed the lilies in glory and fed Elijah by ravens is not intimidated by your bills. He doesn't need your exhaustion, he wants your trust. Every time you worried, "What if it's too late?" God whispered, "You're right on schedule." Every time you said, "I'm not enough," he said, "You've endured enough now, it's time to receive." Look around you. Everything that tried to bury you became fertilizer for this very moment. The job that ended, the friend who betrayed, the check that bounced. They were proof that man's provision was too small for what heaven planned. You've been chased long enough. You've been disciplined, not denied. And now, the same spirit that watched over your struggle is summoning your supply. Can you feel it? That stirring, that warmth rising in your chest. That's not emotion, that's confirmation. Something is shifting in the atmosphere. Your name is being mentioned in rooms you haven't entered yet. Heaven's economy has located your faith signal. So, chosen one, what are you going to do now? Will you keep running from the very blessing that's been begging to bless you? Or will you stop right here, right now, and let it catch you? Because divine wealth isn't coming to your door someday. It's standing on your porch tonight, knocking, waiting, asking permission to enter. And as you open that door in faith, get ready, because the next sound you hear won't be silence. It'll be overflow. Now take a deep breath. You feel that? That's the shift. That's the moment everything starts to change. In the next part, I'll show you why the delay was design and how heaven's timing has aligned perfectly with your readiness. Don't go anywhere. The pursuit isn't ending. It's about to manifest. You thought the storm was punishment, didn't you? That when the job fell through, the person left, the deal collapsed. Heaven was silent on purpose. But what if I told you? It wasn't silence. It was strategy. Chosen one, you've been in a season that felt like exile. Everything you tried to build crumbled faster than you could pray. People you trusted walked away without explanation. Dreams you thought were blessed withered right in your hands. And you've been asking, God, why would you let me go through this? Let me tell you the truth. Your pain has been hiding. You weren't being punished. You were being prepared. The job that fell through, the person who left, the deal that died, all of it was alignment, not punishment. Because when God chooses you, He doesn't train you in comfort. He trains you in contradiction. He hides the crown inside the crushing. Think about Joseph. The pit wasn't rejection, it was redirection. The prison wasn't failure, it was formation. God had to teach him to rule before He could hand him a kingdom. And every betrayal carved out space for discernment. Or look at Moses, 40 years in the desert, not forgotten, forged. While everyone else saw wilderness, heaven saw leadership training. He had to lose Egypt before he could deliver Israel. He had to unlearn what pride built before humility could part the Red Sea. And Sarah, decades of waiting, watching other women hold what she prayed for. But when her womb opened, it opened nations. Her delay didn't mean no. It meant, I'm building something too big for your current season. Now look at your own life, dear heart. You raised children, buried loved ones, held your breath through nights of tears. You've seen the years pass and thought your story was slowing down. But God whispers tonight, I kept the best chapter for last. You've been in heaven's refinery. Gold doesn't cry while it's melting, it gleams after. That pressure you feel is not punishment, it's purification. Every tear you cried was liquid fire shaping a crown. Every delay was divine timing catching up with your readiness. And I know what you're thinking. But why now? Why after all this time? Because you're finally strong enough to carry what once would have crushed you. Your faith isn't fragile anymore. It's fireproof. You don't break the same way you used to, you bend and rise again. And that's exactly who God can trust with abundance. Listen carefully. Heaven doesn't waste suffering. The years you thought were lost are seeds waiting for rain. The waiting wasn't God ignoring you. It was Him inspecting your foundation. Because abundance without alignment is disaster. He had to make sure your heart could handle the weight of what's coming. So now, He's calling you out of hiding. The season of testing is over. The refining fire has done its work. You are about to see why every unanswered prayer, every delay, every detour was necessary. But you have to decide, will you keep mourning what died, or will you step into what's being born? Will you keep running from the call, or finally receive what's been chasing you? If you've ever felt forgotten by God, type, "I'm still called" in the comments, because heaven watches who answers. This is your awakening moment, chosen one. Delay is not denial, it's divine timing, catching up with your readiness. And what's coming next isn't survival, it's sovereignty. Take a breath, feel it in your chest. Something is shifting. The fire you thought would destroy you has only refined you. And now, the gold in you is starting to shine. Are you ready for what's next? Because the next part isn't about waiting anymore. It's about receiving. You've been praying for provision, but what if the provision has been praying for you? What if what's been chasing you isn't punishment, but purpose? What if the delay wasn't about money at all, but mission? Chosen one, listen carefully. Wealth is not a reward, it's an assignment. Heaven doesn't drop blessings into idle hands. It entrusts resources to ready hearts. You've been asking for a deposit, but God has been waiting for your download. And tonight, it's coming through clear, urgent, undeniable. You see, divine wealth is strategic. It doesn't fall randomly like rain. It flows through channels prepared to carry it. And here's the first revelation: purpose alignment. You carry a mission too large for minimum wage faith. God didn't bring you this far just to help you pay bills. He brought you here to fund movements, feed generations, and free others from the same chains you broke. Let that sink in. The reason you've been refined so long, the reason doors closed, friends disappeared, and you felt stripped of everything, it's because God was emptying your vessel before He filled it. The oil doesn't flow into clutter. The miracle only happens where there's room. How big is your vessel, chosen one? How wide is your reach? How generous is your vision? In 2 Kings 4, the widow came to Elisha in desperation. She said, "My sons are about to be taken." And Elisha didn't hand her gold. He gave her instruction. Go, borrow vessels, not a few. And as long as there was space, the oil kept flowing. But when the vessels ran out, the flow stopped. That story isn't ancient history. It's prophecy in motion. The oil of heaven still flows, but only where there's capacity. When you think small, the flow stops. When you hoard instead of pour, the flow stops. When you say, "I'm too old, too tired, too late," the flow stops. But when you say, "Lord, I'm ready. I'll pour until you say stop," heaven answers. Then I'll fill until you overflow. Here's the second revelation: kingdom expansion. God funds His vision, not your comfort. He's not interested in creating millionaires. He's raising missionaries with means. You can't heal broken systems with empty pockets. You can't reach nations with a scarcity mindset. And the same God who multiplied loaves in the wilderness is about to multiply your resources, not so you can boast, but so you can build. Let me ask you something honest, and maybe a little uncomfortable. Have you made peace with smallness? Have you accepted survival when you were built for stewardship? Because God never called you to just make it. He called you to make impact. And when heaven sees that your heart beats for His people more than your platform, that's when the resources come running. Here's the third revelation: generational restoration. This wealth, this favor, it's not for you, it's through you. Your grandchildren will eat from the trees you plant in faith today. Your obedience will rewrite bloodlines that have known nothing but debt and disappointment. The same God who blessed Abraham didn't stop at Abraham. The promise traveled through Isaac, through Jacob, through generations, and now it's knocking on your door, chosen one. Heaven is downloading strategy, but you must stay open. Open-handed, open-hearted, open-minded, because open hands catch falling blessings. If this word is stirring something in your spirit, don't scroll past it. Type in the comments, "My hands are open." That's not just a phrase, that's a signal to heaven. You've been emptied for a reason. You've been stretched for a purpose. And now, God says, I can trust you with the oil. So ask yourself before we move on, will you be a container or a conduit? Because the next flow of blessing will only pour where vessels wait. Make room and watch heaven pour. You've been praying for increase, but let's be honest, something's been blocking it. Every time a check is about to clear, a bill appears out of nowhere. Every time you start saving, an emergency shows up and wipes it out. Every time your spirit feels ready to receive, fear whispers, "You're not worthy of that kind of blessing." Chosen one, do you really think that's coincidence? Ephesians 6:12 says, "We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, powers, and rulers of darkness in high places." This isn't about numbers on a screen. It's about warfare in the unseen. Your bank account is a battlefield. Your mindset is the weapon. And the war around your wallet has never been about money. It's about trust. The enemy doesn't fight broke believers. He fears funded warriors. Because when a believer with faith gains resources, hell loses territory. When you have provision, you can build churches, feed families, rescue souls, restore dignity, and the enemy knows it. That's why he's been attacking your peace, not just your paycheck. He's been whispering, "You'll mess it up." He's been delaying checks. He's been stirring confusion in contracts and fear in your giving. But listen carefully. Heaven's audit is coming, and you're cleared. Pause for a second. Think about how many times you almost gave up. How many times you thought, maybe God just doesn't want me to have much. That's a lie straight from the pit. Because John 10:10 says, "The thief comes only to steal, kill, and destroy, but I came that they may have life and have it abundantly." Abundantly, not barely. Overflowing, not surviving. But here's the twist: sometimes the devil doesn't steal your blessing. He convinces you to hand it over yourself, through fear, through guilt, through that voice that says, "Good Christians don't care about money." Oh, but they do, because God does. He calls himself Jehovah Jireh, the provider. He owns the cattle on 1,000 hills. Why would your Father be rich in mercy, but poor in provision? Chosen one. This is where the war intensifies. It's not just external, it's internal. Every time you say, "I can't afford it," you're speaking the enemy's language. Every time you say, "I don't deserve it," you're agreeing with his lie. But every time you declare, "My God shall supply all my needs," you're firing a bullet of faith straight into hell's camp. So, what will you say now? Will you keep repeating fear, or start releasing faith? Right now, I need you to speak this out loud. Don't think it, say it. I stop running, I start receiving. Say it again. I stop running, I start receiving. Because that declaration just broke something in the spirit realm. The chains are snapping as you speak. The old poverty mindset gone. The guilt that made you hide your dreams broken. The fear that made you play small, exposed and defeated. You've been trained to survive, but heaven's calling you to steward. This isn't about greed, it's about grace. God isn't making you rich to prove a point. He's resourcing you to build his kingdom. He's positioning you to bless others, to lift generations, to prove that faith still funds miracles. So ask yourself this: if the enemy's been fighting you this hard over money, What kind of blessing must be on the other side of this battle? What destiny is he so afraid you'll step into? Because here's the revelation. The enemy can't steal what you finally stop running from. Stop running from your calling. Stop running from abundance. Stop running from the responsibility of blessing. Chosen one, it's time to flip the battlefield. Turn your fear into faith. Turn your wallet into a weapon. Turn your not enough into more than enough. Because heaven's treasury has been unlocked and the transfer is already in motion. Now take a breath. Feel that weight lifting. That's not adrenaline. That's freedom. That's authority. That's the moment your warfare turned into worship. And as we move forward, remember this. You were never fighting for money. You were fighting for mission. Get ready. Because in the next moment, I'm going to show you what happens when heaven funds your assignment. You can feel it, can't you? That strange stirring in your chest. Like something invisible just shifted in the air. For days, you've been restless. You've felt it in your sleep, in your bones, even in the silence of your morning coffee. That's not anxiety. That's not imagination. That's heaven's countdown. Chosen one, listen to me carefully, because I'm not here to entertain you. I'm here to deliver something time-sensitive from the throne of God. In the next 72 hours, something will happen that confirms this word. An unexpected opportunity. A message you thought would never come. A refund you didn't know was owed to you. A phone call that shifts your future. Or maybe divine peace that silences the storm inside your chest. Don't dismiss it. Don't overthink it. Don't question it. Just receive. Record. Respond. Heaven's clock has struck your appointed time. You've been in holding patterns for years, waiting for someone to notice, waiting for the miracle to arrive, waiting for the tide to turn. But God says, your wait was the weapon, your delay was the setup. Every silent night, every tear you hid from your children, every time you gave when no one saw it all added up. Heaven's books are balanced, and the alarm has sounded. For some of you, this next 72 hours is not random, it's redemptive. It's the completion of a 7-year cycle. You thought the window had closed. But in God's world, windows don't close, they rotate back in divine timing. Habakkuk 2-3 says, "Though it linger, wait for it. It will surely come and will not delay." 1. That means now. But here's the shocking truth. Most people will miss their confirmation because they'll explain it away. They'll call it coincidence. They'll scroll past it. Don't you dare. Don't bury what heaven is trying to birth. Don't let logic talk you out of a miracle. When it shows up, even if it looks small, strange, or out of place, write it down. Thank God for it. Because heaven tests recognition before it releases multiplication. Think about it when Elijah prayed for rain after years of drought. His servant saw only a cloud the size of a man's hand. That's all. But that tiny cloud carried the storm. Don't overlook the small thing, it's carrying your downpour. Chosen one, this is the hour of divine intersection, when what you've prayed for and what's been hunting you finally collide. But timing is everything. You've got 72 hours to align your mind, your mouth, and your movement. Speak like it's already done. Prepare like it's already here. Move like heaven's watching, because it is. Let me ask you a hard question. What if your obedience in these next 3 days decides the shape of your next 3 years? What if one act of faith, one seed, becomes the bridge between waiting and walking in your promise? Are you willing to risk missing it? Or will you be the one who says, "This time, I'm ready"? Don't freeze in analysis. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Heaven is moving now. The blessing doesn't wait on your mood, it waits on your motion. If you hear this word and something inside you whispers, "That's me," then mark it down. This is your 72-hour window. Receive, record, respond. And when confirmation comes, because it will, don't stay silent. Comment, "It's here." That single testimony might be the faith spark someone else needs to keep believing. The next 72 hours are sacred ground. Walk them with expectation. Speak with authority. Move with obedience. Because heaven's clock just struck your name. Now breathe, chosen one. The countdown isn't to pressure you, it's to prepare you. God's about to prove that his promises don't expire. And the next sound you hear might just be your door unlocking. Are you ready for what's already on its way? Dear chosen one, this is where revelation becomes responsibility. Emotion without action dies. And God didn't bring you this far to make you feel inspired. He brought you here to make you move. You've shouted Amen. You've cried through the fire. But now heaven is waiting for your obedience. Because blessing isn't found in emotion, it's activated in execution. Let's begin. Step 1. Repent of fear. Fear is not humility. It's rebellion dressed as caution. Every time you said, "I can't handle wealth," you were agreeing with the enemy, not with God. The Lord said in 2 Timothy 1-7, "I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind." So why are you still afraid of becoming what he designed you to be? Pause, breathe, say out loud, "I repent of fear. I trust your provision." Because fear kept you running, but faith is how you'll finally receive. Step 2. Write the vision. Habakkuk 2:2 says, "Write the vision, make it plain, that those who read it may run." You can't run with what you haven't written. Grab a notebook. Write down how you'll steward divine wealth. Who will you bless? What kingdom project will you fund? Don't just dream it, document it. Heaven funds clarity, not confusion. Step 3. Sow a seed within 24 hours. Not because God needs your money, but because you need to break agreement with scarcity. When you release, you prove that fear no longer owns you. Even if it's a small amount, give. Bless someone. Support a ministry. Your seed is your signal to heaven that you're done running. You can't expect harvest from ground you've never sown in. Step 4. Correct the myth. Money is not evil. The love of it is. You were never meant to serve money, but neither were you meant to starve while serving God. Abraham was wealthy and still called friend of God. Joseph managed Pharaoh's treasury and still carried prophetic wisdom. The problem isn't possession, it's obsession. Stop treating blessing like a sin. Step 5. Study the scriptures on wealth. Don't just scroll sermons, study the word. Deuteronomy 8:18, Proverbs 10:22, Malachi 3:10, Matthew 6:33, Philippians 4:19. Let these verses rebuild your mind. Every line you memorize is another lock broken off your inheritance. Knowledge is currency in the kingdom. Step 6. Prepare an account for increase. Faith prepares before the miracle. You want financial overflow? Then make room for it. Open that account. Name it Kingdom Provision. Expect déposit. Expect flow. Expect confirmation. Doubt waits to see. Faith gets ready. Step 7. Surround yourself with abundance thinkers. You cannot walk into divine wealth while sitting with poverty talkers. Who you listen to is who you'll become. Proverbs 13:20 says, "He who walks with the wise grows wise." So stop dining with doubters. Sit with believers who see overflow as normal. Step 8. Forgive your debtors. Nothing blocks blessing faster than bitterness. Unforgiveness keeps heaven's hand tied. Release the one who owes you. Release the one who hurt you. Your harvest is waiting on your heart to unclench. Forgiveness isn't weakness, it's spiritual surgery. Step 9. Speak daily declarations. Your mouth moves mountains or builds walls. Proverbs 18:21. Life and death are in the power of the tongue. Every morning declare, divine wealth is chasing me. I stop running, I receive. Say it until your spirit believes it. Words shape atmosphere. Use yours to build faith, not fear. Step 10. Join the community of chosen ones. You're not meant to walk alone. Isolation is where doubt grows. Community is where faith multiplies. Find others walking this same road. Testimonies are contagious. Someone else's miracle might just ignite yours. Now, pause and think. Which of these steps scares you the most? Because that's the one holding your key. You can feel it, can't you? That trembling inside. That's heaven tugging. Don't just listen. Do it. Obedience is the gate that blessing walks through. So, dear chosen one, what will you do in the next 24 hours to prove you're done running? Because the chase is over. Now it's time to receive. Chosen one, before you go, pause. Let these words sink into your spirit like rain after a long drought. You've learned tonight that you were never running from lack, you were running from calling. That wealth, provision, and favor have been chasing you because heaven trusts you. Every closed door wasn't a rejection, it was protection. Every delay wasn't punishment, it was preparation. And now, the chase is over. It's time to stop running and start receiving. But remember this, you are not walking this road alone. God is still working in your life, even in the quiet places you can't see. He's weaving miracles into moments that look ordinary. He's healing what the years have broken. And when you feel isolated, know that there is a family of believers, a whole community of chosen ones, praying with you, walking beside you, believing for you. Maybe tonight you needed this reminder that heaven hasn't forgotten your address, that the same God who parted the Red Sea, who multiplied oil for the widow, who fed 5,000 with 5 loaves, is still moving mountains for those who believe. So let me ask you, dear one, what will you do with what you've heard? Will you let fear drive you back into hiding, or will you take one bold step of obedience and trust that God's timing is perfect? The choice is yours, and heaven is waiting. Let's pray together. Father, in the mighty name of Jesus, I lift up every soul listening right now. You know their battles, their burdens, and the quiet nights they cried alone. Lord, breathe fresh courage into their hearts. Remind them that you have never left them, not for a single heartbeat. I pray for divine provision to find them, divine peace to cover them, and divine direction to guide them. Let doors open that no man can shut. Let old wounds close and new opportunities rise. Release healing over their bodies, clarity over their minds, and strength over their spirits. Teach them to walk boldly, to steward wisely, and to give generously. And for the one who feels forgotten, Father, whisper their name tonight. Let them feel your hand on their shoulder, your love surrounding them, and your purpose awakening within them. We seal this moment in faith, declaring, the chase is over, the blessing has arrived. In Jesus' powerful name, amen. If this word touched you, if something in your heart stirred tonight, write in the comments, I receive. Now, share what spoke to you most, because your testimony might be the light someone else is praying for. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to this channel, stay close, and join our community of believers. We're walking this journey together, one prayer, one breakthrough, one miracle at a time. Thank you for spending this moment with me. God bless you, keep you, and surprise you with His goodness. Until next time, stay faithful, stay expectant, and remember, you are not forgotten, you are not finished, you are chosen.